Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am super excited to bring you today's RV. All of the time I've got people coming in looking for short little things that they have lots of room in, and honestly I think it's physically impossible, but I have it for you here today. Today we're looking at a 2024 Newmar Bay Star and I cannot wait to show you this coach. Jody, let's go ahead and start from the inside out. This is one of my favorite floor plans I've found. This is the 2920 Newmar Bay Star Sport. And holy mackerel, I'll tell you what, this list price isn't just less, it's quite a bit less than the actual Navions that we carry here by Winnebago. And Winnebago just came out with this really cool new 24T coach, which is an awesome new product. And if you haven't seen any of the videos on it, do check it out. But I'll tell you what, this thing is way less expensive, and boy oh boy does it have it beat. Take a look at this 72 by 74 king size bed with dual USB ports and 110 outlets on either side. I love this lighting around the fascia of the Slideouts. So this really beautiful accent lighting is so nice. And then of course in the Navion they have the over cabinet storage just like you do in the Bay Star, but in this particular coach they have two 110 outlets with grommets, so you could actually run your, computers, your laptops, your iPads right out underneath against this really cool looking headboard. Cross ventilation on either side of the windows as well, and there's a third opening window in here. But before we get to that, take a look at this rear window. I just stayed in San Alejo State Park in California, and absolutely if you stay there, there are a ton of B-vans, a ton of trailers, but anytime someone would pull in their Newmar Bay Star, they were always like the coup de grace. They were the hot coach of the campground. But that one of the reasons is, look at how much viewing space you have out of the back into the forest if you're camping, or if you were in San Alejo, it would be over the ocean. So super nice feature there. And the amount of hanging space you have in here. So look at all of that space. Sleeping accommodations as well, and there's another 110 outlet up here that is available. The other one's being used to run that TV. These are all smart LED TVs, so these are all Samsung TVs. And then you have this great drawer storage underneath. These are really nice, deep, soft closed drawers. So super cool drawer storage. And I love the way they make these extenders. I did a Dutch Star video the other day from back in the day before they figured out the extenders, and it's really nice to have the extenders so you've got access to everything. Nice smoke colored mirrors, again, that really pretty lighting that you have here, but overall just an amazing coach. And then also ducted air conditioning. So this coach would come standard with one 13,500 BTU air conditioner. It actually has two, so it's got the upgraded option, and it also has 50 amp over 30 amp. So you can really regulate the temperature in this coach quite easily. It's very nice. And then if I want some privacy, or I'm just tired of making videos, I can go ahead and lock Jody out, right? So we love that. Lock Jody out, right? So we love that. We also want to come around, Jody. Let's flip places. We want to talk about this KIB switch. So one of the things that's really nice about these is that, first of all, you can find them in the dark, or you can turn them off so they're not bothering you in the dark. So I really like this KIB switch. But in 2023, when Newmar went through and upgraded, the Dutch Star and the Ventana and all those higher end vehicles, they also upgraded the Bay Star. So everything gets this 10.1 inch central panel. And what's so fun about this is Jody and I both got in here and we're like, oh my God, is the air conditioning on? We're gonna die. And we're like, okay, the generator's running, so we know that that's on. Oh my gosh, the AC's not on. So you could see that we could just get it right here. We knew whether or not it was on. It was on this mode right there versus that mode, which is of course what we're going for. But I mean, I'll tell you, Jody, you can give me the nod. Has it cooled down 20 degrees since we started? He's giving me the nod. It was so hot when we walked in here. And this is my second video of the morning. So that was like 5 minutes ago, because I only have a 35-minute runtime apparently. I'm actually going to go for 50 on this, so I'm always pushing the limit to give you the extra information. And by the way, hashtags RVs Inside Out is where you'll find, I have over 200 videos. They're all long They're designed for people who are really shopping for a coach. If you're a tire kicker and you're not looking for a long video, go ahead and sign off. If you want someone who's going to give you all the information on what's inside of a coach, that's me. You can find me at my channel. And if you're looking for somebody else that maybe has different information, because listen, it's okay. Everyone's got different preferences. Hashtag TTTRV will bring you to all of our videos, and we have thousands of RV videos for you to watch. And a really talented team here. So one of the things that I want to mention about this, so when you're looking at things like a Winnebago Navion, because you're trying to keep under that 30-foot measurement, one of the things that you suffer with a lot of times is shower space. Look at the size of this shower. This is an incredible amount of shower space. We've got the nice skylight up above you, and then as you can see here, you also have the soap dishes. But if you're a big dude and you're looking to take a shower, like, I even have high heels on today, you guys. I'm like at least 5'5". This is a lot of shower space. You could be super, super tall. So on the Bay Star Sport, you get this really nice, soft, or high polished finished countertop, and then also this huge medicine cabinet. So these are things, in my opinion, that are completely different than that of any of the other manufactured products. And a lot of times people think, I'm going to go buy a Navion because I'm going to save a bunch of money. No, this is way less, actually, and way more storage and way cooler. And it's also, Newmar is by far, even though they're owned by Winnebago, and I'll give props to Winnebago, fantastic company as well. Both of those organizations are customer-facing organizations. But man, oh man, the service center at Newmar is second to none. Small dog room, large dog room, coffee station, snacks, TV, camaraderie, campsites, 54 service bays. I mean, it's really an amazing facility. And again, the fact that they're customer facing and they're willing to meet with you says a lot about the manufacturer. So underneath here, your TP dispenser, as well as your plenty of room for all of your towels. You could even put some beach towels down there if you wanted to have both. A second access point here to that same cabinet. And then I love this over here. This is like the little place you would keep all of your, like, tank sanitizer and your TP set up right there. And then down here you have a place where you can keep all of your cleaning supplies so that you can actually use this for your linens. Again, just super smart storage. And for any of us that have ever been out on the road in an RV, you know what the number one thing you need is a place to put all your stuff. So this is just hugely advantageous. If you wanted to keep your shampoo and conditioner, and then like your body lotion and all that stuff, maybe your mosquito repellent all right here. When you're storing, you can do that. You've got the brains of the operation right here, very easy to access. There we go. As you can see, everything is very clearly labeled and super easy to get into. And then just lock that back up. Oh, you gotta put the little green one down there. But again, very easy to access. Okay, Katie, make it look really easy on TV. There we go. There we are. Okay, so, but again, once you get into a Newmar and you see how well labeled everything is, and you start looking at other manufacturers, you're kind of like, wow, that's not great. A robe hook is another huge feature here. And then one of the things I really like about these single faucets is that they're very easy to clean around, and they give you a little more room if you wanted to have a soap dispenser or a toothbrush holder, any of those things. Also, when you close this door, lots of privacy. All these little pocket doors are super nice and very easy to access while going down the road. Now, from a storage perspective, you want to keep your plates and bowls up here, maybe your coffee mugs, and then maybe you've got your beer steins and shot glasses over here. I always talk about alcohol. You guys, I swear I don't drink a lot. I swear. This is about 60 inches across. It's not a huge, oh, where's my measuring tape? There it is. It's not a huge amount of space, but if you did have the king size bed in the rear, the full queen size right here, you could have your kids and a grandchild with you as well as your children. So 58 inches is the total with the cushions in place. And then you've got 30 inches of depth. So this is a little bit smaller than you would have like a bunk, for instance, in a bunk model coach. But if you had like a 7 or 8 year old kid that wanted to be able to go camping with you, or even littler, this would be a great area. And all you do is just flip this bad boy over and it slides down Do I have it all the way over? Okay, anyway, it slides down and that comes into a nice little storage area, or not storage area, but a nice little sleeping area for your kid. And that was the bunk that you saw in the back. The other thing that's really nice about this situation is that you have not only storage here where you can keep all of your dishes, all of your placemats, napkins and things like that. When you put that table down, oh, you know what, I was actually locking it, so it's unlocked now. Anyway, it doesn't matter. When you put the table down, you can actually put a rear-facing or forward-facing car seat legally into this coach because of this location of the seat belt and because you can get this table out of the way. So that's super nice feature. Another nice feature of this coach, you've got this extra partition that they've added here to give you additional counter space. This is a really cool kitchen, I think. One of the nice things about it, I'm sure we all have like a little fruit dish that we put out for the kids with the banana hanger, paper towels, but look at all the storage space up here. Again, this is so different than you're going to get in any of the Mercedes chassis products. This is built, of course, on the Ford chassis. It's a gas engine. There's so much storage all the way into the way back of this area. So for things that you don't use quite as frequently, tons of room back there. Also a lot of room up here if you wanted to keep any of your pots and pans. That would be a great location. And then I love the microwave. This little high point. It's actually got quite a bit of space. This holds a full-size dinner plate, just so you know. I already tested that earlier today. So full-size dinner plate bowl. You're not going to bake a chicken in there, but you could bake one down here because you've actually got an oven. So the Bay Star Sport is one of the few products that Newmar still carries that actually has an oven and a microwave and a 3-burner cooktop. We've got a 25-gallon propane connection here, so pretty good amount of space. And then I love the fact that they have like their little light and their little fan right there. And then this does have the upgraded 10 cubic foot Norcold refrigerator. This is a Boondocker's refrigerator, guys. If you ever wanted a refrigerator that was going to be really good for people who are going to be living off-grid, this is the one. Way better than the residential in terms of the amount of juice it sucks. And then on top of it, it's actually got quite a bit of space because you can adjust the shelf on the fly to be for taller items. So plenty of room if you've got littles and you've got to bring jugs of milk and things along those lines. And then of course you can have all of your beverages over here and all of your condiments. So really great refrigerator from that standpoint. And then a ton of space up here. This is definitely where I would keep. I have a big bin that I keep that's plastic where I keep all of my bread underneath in it because where I store my coach, we have mice and they can smell the bread. So we keep it in a plastic bin that's sealed above the refrigerator. It's worked great. We haven't had a mouse problem since. But man, you get one of those little pesky suckers in there, they're hard to get out. And they're gross because they poop all over everything. So don't do that. Definitely use that. But for 29 feet, 11 inches, look at all this storage. I mean, you could actually bring all of your flashlights, your batteries, your fire starting kits, your puzzles. You could bring Scrabble. If you want to fight a lot, you could bring Monopoly. I think people laugh when I say that, but let's be real, guys. How many times have you ever played Monopoly and not gotten in a fight with your brother or sister or your mom or dad? I mean, that's just one of those games that you play when you're camping and you're like, don't bring that next time. You know what happens though? My daughter, Stella Rose, she just crushes everybody. Crushes us. So I told her she should be a real estate mogul and buy mommy a castle. That's what I think. She's 16, it could still happen. All right, so we're gonna pull this bad boy out because this is important to show you. My last video, I was having a hard time with these little guys because they were spring-loaded. I actually like this a little bit better than the last one. And this trifold actually is super nice because it has the memory foam top here. And I was talking about last time. Oh, shoot. Okay, you guys, I'm really not that heavy. Hold on. Let me fix that so it doesn't happen while I go back on there again. Oh, I can't do it without putting that thing down. Okay, it's fine. We just won't push it quite as hard on there. So anyhow, so when you're on this bed, there we go. This one doesn't have a big gaping hole behind it. So you don't have to put the cushions back in place, which gives you the full amount of sleeping area. This is a super nice bed, and my clients have a really bougie 2023 Londonair they just bought for me, and mom and little one were both able to sleep together on this comfortably for up to a week. I think that they might have even gone for 10 days. They're here in Colorado right now. But I was really pleased to hear that they were actually comfortable on this bed, because I didn't know whether or not, I don't know, someone would be able to sleep in here, but no complaints. It's really comfortable from my standpoint. I've never spent the night on it, but the feedback was great to hear. But plenty of room, just regular queen size sheets. And again, this is a memory foam mattress. And then you've got 3 more seat belts here underneath. Jody, they're so hard to see. I don't know how you can show them. You want to try it from back there? There you go. There you got 3 seat belts there underneath. And so you've got the 4th one and then the 2 up front. So you've actually got 6 total seat belts in this coach, which is pretty impressive for the small floor plan. Now this does have a 6-gallon water heater on it. So for those of you that are looking for a coach that has a all electric setup where you have hydronic heat, this is not your coach. This is going to be a propane based coach. It is not all electric. It does have propane. And again, 50 amp service is an upgrade for the Bay Star Sport. But it does have that. It also has a second air conditioner, but it has a 6-gallon water heater. So for those of you that are staying in like really cool climates, you might want to look at something like a Ventana. They have some short Ventanas that are 34 feet, but you're not going to find something at 30. This is really amazing at 30. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put these cushions back on. I love connected cushions. It's so much easier to store. But I wanted to show you, in the last coach I was showing, these are the best windows. So the reason that we like these windows the most, there we go, it's locking it. The reason that we like these windows is because there's no breaks in them, so you get the full view of the Rocky Mountains behind us. And yes, if you've never been to our location, we have straight up like the best view in Colorado. Anywhere you walk in this parking lot. We are so lucky to live here in the Rocky Mountains. But also standard features, these really nice shades that come up and down. So they're not going to rattle. So they're not like the old levelers. They're actually on a line. And as you can hear here, they're very, very soft sounding. There's not that clanking that you used to get with those metal levelers. I noticed that I missed some drawer storage over here underneath. So I just want to show that to you as well. So lots and lots of drawer storage. And then this is the Bowden exterior here. There's some extra paints here for that. And then also you'll notice the remote control, because even though we haven't covered it yet, well, there's your handy dandy books. This coach does have a really nice television that is a smart TV up front, a Samsung smart TV. And so this would be a great place to be able to sit down and watch TV. If TV is the center of your universe and you guys watch the news every night and you're looking for theater seats with an opposing television, this is not your coach. But if you're the kind of family that's out and about camping, enjoying yourselves, but when it rains you might want to come in and watch like How to Train Your Dragon, or hang out with the fam, catch up on the news, whatever, this is a great coach for you, because it still has a really nice smart TV and you can stream Netflix, Hulu, any of those things on this television very easily. But it's not going to be taking up wall space in the center of your coach. Now, another thing that I really like about this coach is this little table up front. So I have both of these tables set up, so you can see on the right I have the desk. So that's a really cool feature. You'll also note that you're coming in behind the driver's seat and passenger seat on this coach. So your door entry, not going in front of your recliner, is really nice. Now you can still turn these recliners around and have more seating, but if you've got dogs, for people who have big dogs that want to be able to come in and out of a coach easily, this is a killer setup. Really nice kitchen space, really nice seating space, great dinette area, tons of room in this RV, like way, way, way more room than any of your BVN chassis or your Mercedes chassis. But your dog can come in and out without going across your furniture like they do in most Class A's. So that's a really big benefit. So I'm going to slide this out, and when you open this up, I'm just going to tell you right now, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing, because when you pop that up, it is a shin whacker. If you don't want a shin whacker, then just be careful when you open it. You can face these two chairs towards each other, You can play cards here. You could eat a sandwich while you're going down the road. This is just a killer setup. If you have a small white dog, you could put like a little thing here, like a little doggy bed, and have, you know, Fifi right next to you. If you've got a dog named Fifi, send me a picture. Got to see what Fifi actually looks like. I would imagine she's like, I don't know, like a Havanese or something. But anyway, maybe she's like a Frenchie like mine. I have Belle. She's kind of a Fifi dog. Okay, so, oh, there's a little release here. You show that release, Jody. People get hung up on that all the time. The other thing, though, that I'll tell you, I know about lots of our Bay Star customers, they don't just have dogs, they have cats. You put a cat up here. You put a cat bed, your cat could sit up here, your dog could sit up here, Fifi could sit up there. You got armrests on both sides of the armchairs, and then really killer cup space, a place to keep your AirPods and a pen, all those things. But the other thing I really wanted to talk about today, and we got the white stripes. That's a good sign. We love the white stripes. This navigation system is like not a Rand McAnally, it's not Nav and Go, it's just straight up CarPlay or Android Auto. Yes, you heard me. Both Android Auto or CarPlay can be downloaded directly into this unit, which means you can play your song list, you can do your navigational directions, you can do Google Maps, you can do any of the RV nav maps that you want to run. And then on the left over here, you'll see underneath the hazard button, you also have a docking station it's a wireless docking station. So you just put your phone there, it's facing you so you can actually see what's on the screen and what's coming up while you're driving. And then on the left of that, you see that you've got power adjustable mirrors that are also heated. And then down below, you've got your USB ports, so you can charge your phone if you don't have the kind that charges on the docking station. You can charge right there. A cup holder, and then of course the most important thing, the equalizer smart leveling system. Love that feature of this coach. And then one of my favorite things I love about this is this one has the sports come with the old school fans. How like cool is that? I mean, it's pretty cool. It's kind of vintage retro thing. So I really like this. One of the nice things about this Bay Star is that you get such a huge window. You really get that Class A feeling that you would always like to have, but you wouldn't get in a B van chassis. So when you're in those Mercedes chassis, you've got, of course, those little van windows. When you're driving across country in this guy, you're going to see everything. And these windows are screened and opening, so you can have fresh air, again, coming throughout this coach. Like I said, lots of fresh air available in this RV. Now, if you look over here on the left, you'll see that there's a Bay Star Sport owner support system. Keep in mind that first class system, or that first class support that you get when you buy a King Air or an Essex, is also available to you when you buy a Bay Star or a Bay Star Sport. You've also got the 800 number for Ford there. As you know, it's really easy to find a Ford store out there in the world. We have a few of them here under our Transwest umbrella. Keep in mind, Transwest has 43 locations, 4 of which are RV stores. But what's really crazy is we have a Ford store. So if you wanted to get warranty work done under the Transwest umbrella, you could. I did want to show you the storage up here. The TV takes up quite a bit. I don't know if you could order this coach without the TV. If you did, you would only have one, or you wouldn't have one at all in the front. You'd only have one in the bedroom. I don't know if that would work for you, but I do think it's nice to be able to have that. Like I said, sometimes it's just yucky out and you want to be inside. But there's your Wi-Fi system. And this Wi-Fi system is 5G, and it has 2 I'm lying. 5G, and it has 2 SIM card ports, which means you could do like Verizon and AT&T, you could do T-Mobile and Verizon, and because they're separate SIM cards, you could actually give the grandkids like maybe the T-Mobile one, you keep the Verizon one for yourself, and then when they've done, used up all of their high-speed download capacity, they're just kind of out of luck. My daughter will get throttled within like the first day and a half of camping if I gave her access to my 100 gig Verizon USB port. Now, another thing to note about this, solar you could totally do on top of this coach, and you could also put Starlink on top of this. So if you are a family that likes to have connectivity we can make that happen for you. You could work from this coach very easily. Now this has the upgraded 2000 watt inverter by Xantrex. No, sorry. Yeah, that's correct. And then also your power control systems, and that's what I meant to say. It's got the optional Winegard razor antenna, and then all of your slide controls here, all of your awning lights here, and your Carefree awning is so cool because it's actually app controlled, so you don't just have to use it inside here. You could use it outside as well, and you can black out all of these windows so that everybody can sleep well. You just go ahead and pull one of these down just so you can see what that looks like. Because if you do have littles that are staying with you, it wouldn't be any good if you had to get them up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So you do have that blackout capacity for these windows as well. Now I do want to bring the slides in on this because I think that that's a nice thing to do on all of these coaches, so you can see walking room. And again, 29 feet, 11 inches. Really quite amazing what they can fit into a tiny little package. Newmar is just so good at building RVs. And you know, this is a really huge slide that I'm using where the controls are mounted right now. I'm pulling in the bedroom slide, but this other slide is a full wall slide on this coach. So that means almost the entire length of this coach comes out to give you more room when you're inside of it, giving you a really huge space. So as I mentioned, full wall slide the whole way down, all of the center control lighting features. So I could go ahead, if it was time to head out, I could just turn all the lights off right there. Bam, I could turn all the lights on right there, as opposed to having to hit my KIB switches, which is such a nice feature. And then 5.5 kilowatt generator is part of the 2 air conditioner upgrade, just so you know. The Wi-Fi system, like I said, is the Everest system, which is the more robust system. The Norcold we talked about is a 10 cubic foot refrigerator. This coach does have a flagpole bracket and a rear ladder. These are both really expensive options to add to a coach after the fact because of how they're mounted. So important to get those up front. And then we have slide covers on all of our slides. So this long slide actually has a slide out cover, which is a really nice feature. Folding cock tip table, we showed you that. The Winegard razor antenna, almost missed it, got that too. So this is a servo decor on the inside, and this is Calypso maple for the color of the wood. So servo and Calypso, and then when we go outside, we're going to see again that I talked about those extra paints, the Bowden paint color on the exterior. This is, if you can't tell on TV, just kind of a nice light navy-ish blue integrated with kind of a beigey taupe mix. So really very good. I would imagine this coach is going to see a lot of coastal activity. We see so many Bay Stars on the beach, but God, this ducted air conditioning is like really, really super important to understand. Like way more to have two air conditioners instead of one is a huge, huge swing. And then again, that 5.5 kilowatt upgraded generator, another great feature. But most importantly, look at this self-locking full wall slide. So incredible how much room this gives you on this coach, really giving you that very luxurious, like fully functional high-end apartment level living right off the cuff at any location you want to go to. And then you still have all of this access. So if you are hopscotching you know, across the country, and you want to be able to stop and have lunch on the road, or take a nap, or even stay the night and keep your coach closed so that no one really knows who's in here. You've got full access to the bathroom, full access to your dining room. You'll have to do the military crawl to get across the bed, but with a king size bed that should be more than fine. You don't have your counter space. Well, I guess you technically, let me see if you could do that. Yeah, you could actually still have this up. You just have to put it down to go to the potty. But like I said, look at this whole entire kitchen area is completely accessible, even with the slides completely closed. So just an amazing, amazing use of space. Again, Newmar's engineers are so bright and so good at what they do. For those of the Newmar community that heard about Paul White, I want you to know that we're all grieving with you. Great guy. He will be missed. But I think overall the team at Newmar is just super solid. So the doors here don't lock into place like they do on the Class A's where they stop. There's actually this little tether, but when you put that in place, you'll note that it just snaps into place. So this is nice and sturdy, and then you can go ahead and lock or close this door and keep the puppies or the kitties inside with having the door open. Again, fresh air being a big feature. You've got your 16-foot long awning overhead. And then this is another speaking feature to this coach. So there's, again, that 2,000 watt Xantrex inverter that is an upgraded inverter that does not come standard on the coach. It's optional on this vehicle. There's your water tank. From a water tank capacity, we're gonna have 75 gallons of fresh water on this coach, which is pretty impressive. That's another feature that you don't get on those Mercedes chassis, is a lot of water capacity. So that's really pretty impressive. And then the bay storage underneath here is really good as well. That's a Ventana sheet. Here we go. Yeah, so here's our generator. I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. So again, we've got great gen controls. You can start this inside. And you can run this both off of the dash or off of that center control panel. This is that 5.5 kilowatt quiet diesel generator, and that's a really nice feature to have on this coach. The standard would be a 4 kilowatt generator. But it's just nice to be able to access all of these things from multiple areas. And like I said, I want to show you how all this stuff works so that when you're out there on the road, you can see it. And Jody just showed that there's an LED light in there. So again, 75 gallons of fresh water, 60 gallons of gray water, 40 gallons of sewage, propane, 2,000 watt inverter, 6-gallon water heater, 6 batteries. That's a big upgrade on this coach. And then that 5.5 kilowatt generator. And I actually hit everything. We didn't talk about the height. I know I said this is 29 feet 11 inches long. It's 12 feet 4 inches tall. There's that optional ladder in the back. But the other thing I thought was really interesting, 190-inch wheelbase. This coach has got the tiniest little turning radius. So one thing about camping on the beach, it's not just about getting there and being able to get your slide out, it's about being able to get the parking spot. This coach is going to get you into that parking spot. So that's a really nice feature. Again, 190-inch wheelbase, 5 kilowatt, 5,000 pound towing capacity on the hitch, rear view camera showing you so you can get your tow vehicle loaded. And then again, 50 amp instead of 30 amp is an optional feature. I can put a power cord reel in this aftermarket. I cannot install one at the factory, but I just put one in a Bay Star last week. It's delivering on the 31st, and that's kind of a cool feature. My client actually asked about it, and I didn't think you could do it, so I had to look into it, but I actually was able to get one in there. I would definitely get a power cord reel. It gives you more room in there, plus they're just nasty to deal with. So tons of storage once again. Again, that's like the name of the game when you're camping. If you want to bring your paddle boards and your lawn chairs and your barbecue and your fire pit and your bikes and all that stuff, it's just nice to have the extra room. Very, very easy to operate, super clean water bay. As you can see, this is a nice solid surface underneath. And then I'll show you where the black water hose goes on the other side. There's a nice little area. In fact, Jody, you can stay there. I'll just walk around you. Jody said he had to take ibuprofen because he was doing 2 of my videos today. So try to be extra nice to him. But like I said, so really easy for your black water and gray water hose connection there. I would have a slunky if I was you. We carry all that stuff here. We have a chassis shop and we have a house shop for parts for your RV. And of course, we start at Prevost and go all the way through to 27 North, Renegade, Winnebago, Newmar. This is a big, big organization, and we have a fantastic delivery process. First of all, I think you'll see, is Marlon still doing a walk on a Navion over there? No, he's doing a different one. So he's on number 2 for the day. He's doing a mountain air orientation right now. We've already done one delivery today on a Navion. And then after you get done, you get to go over here where my friend Bob's little Ventana is right there. You can camp and stay on site and get used to your coach and figure out and make sure everything works before you hit the road. Very few organizations are willing to allow you to stay on premise after you buy your RV. And then here you are driving, cross country or down the road or into a forest, and you haven't even learned how to use everything. We like you to stay here. We like to give you the full support you need to understand your RV before you hit the road. So last but not least, as I mentioned earlier, 25-gallon propane tank, very nice feature to have. Also the Equalizer Smart Leveling Jacks you can see right over here, up in front underneath. Big, durable leveling system. Side cameras when you turn your left or right turn signals on, that will show you that you've cleared the person next to you. So of course that's a huge feature. And then you'll notice up here in the front, you've got a really loud and proud, beautiful looking Class A. No one's gonna see this and go, oh man, that's not a diesel pusher. I mean, they look at this, it's a beautiful Newmar Ventana. And again, this is a 7.30 liter Ford V8. This is the new, not only engine, which is an important feature, so 335 horsepower, 468 foot-pounds of torque. But when they redid this V8 engine, they also redid the entire infrastructure of the Ford chassis, giving you much better performance, much better agility, much better handling on this coach. Now this is stock number 5N230646. Again, 5N230646. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV. We've got quite a few Bay Stars and Bay Star Sports in inventory. I would love to help you find the one that would make you happy to get out on the road and camping. Let us know how we can help you.